light coming from the floor. Remember all the rooms I had back then? I had the light, the K-Space and K-Space 1.5. I had the light coming from the floor.
Right. Yeah. I remember that funny shit.
Put the lamp under the bed.
Put the lamp under the bed.
But that really affect people's moods too, especially when we smoking and shit. That shit was fire.
Yeah.
In the front.
Type. So and the last thing was we said Jungle Boys, Water Chick, and what was the other one?
T.A.R.
T.A.R. Alright, so and now what does T.A.R stands for?
T.A.R stands for the Anarchal Response.
And why that name?
That name stems from me needing to do something with my life, but not wanting to do it in any other way that anyone else has done it. And me realizing that even if I tried to do it in somebody else's way, I can never do it. So I had to do it my way. In that, I realized that I can't use words that anyone else would use. Anarchal, I believe, is not a real word.
Okay.
The real word is anarchical. But
anarchical.
That just didn't flow for me. So I realized that I needed to respond to my situation as a young black man in America and create something that's gonna affect my people and get my voice out there in the way that I can. So it was the Anarchal Response. And that's why I named it that. And then I realized it sounds good, T.A.R.
And what exactly is T.A.R?
T.A.R is a creative, conceptual brand.
Okay. And this is like a monetized brand? Like you able to make money off this brand?
Yeah. At this point, I've sold clothes, I've designed interiors, I've designed stores, I've done design work with the Museum of Modern Art, and these are just things I've gotten paid for. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Right. So I remember like when we moved in together in the Bronx. We was South Bronx. Where was that? We was in South. That's South Bronx.
Yeah, we was South Bronx. Shouts out to the South Bronx.
Right. I feel like that was kind of the beginning of T.A.R.
Yeah. I started T.A.R probably like 3 months, 4 months before we moved in there.
Okay.
I started T.A.R when I was living with Sarah, when I was living with my wife.
Okay. So see, I remember like some of the first designs, the hat,
the Angels of Anarchy.
Yeah, Angels joined. Bro, that was literally, it happened, things happened so fast. Now that I remember the first designs when you came through to the Ville. You know, when you was living with Sarai, came through the Villes and we shot and it was brick. And I was taking pictures, holding it down cold with the shirt on and the hat and the hallway and the hood. You know, so to close this out, you know, we just spoke about living in the Bronx together. So we went from living in college together for 3 years. Before junior year, like right before you dropped out, you got kicked out the room.
I left and then I came back. I left for a semester, and then I came back for a year, and then I dropped out.
Right. But when you came back,
Fuck
you
college.
was living dolly. But right before you dropped out the first time, before you left the first time, we were still roommates, but you got kicked out for violating the RA. And
I violated the RA because he was taking advantage of his bitch ass nigga power. Let's talk about niggas taking advantage of bitch ass niggas.
nah, but I guess like, you know, like, cause you know when you get like some of them cool people, like cool RAs or just cool whatever job they have. Like what happened was this packages we get delivered to the campus, you know, and like it's policy, I guess, to give the packages out at 5. But if they there since 11, one, the person who's overseeing it kind of can give it to you if they want at 1 or 2. They don't have to wait to 5. They don't have to wait. You know what I'm saying? It's there. You can just allow me to sign out for it right now. And, you know, and some RAs, the resident assistants, those are the ones who would be, you know, who have jurisdiction over it. Those are the ones who are signing it out.
Let's rewind.
So they could give it to you early. And some RAs was cool and give it to you early. I guess this one.
Let's rewind.
Explain the exact situation.
Let's rewind. Quindell decides he wants to play me in 2K. Quindell never plays 2K.
Yeah, I never played 2K.
We play with Boston or something. I remember this shit vividly. He beats me in 2K on a buzzer beater. He beat me. I was sick. I'm just being honest.
I probably did play with Boston. I would play with a weird team like that.
He killed me in 2K at that time. That meant something. That meant something to me as a man. You know how this when you're young and you lose in 2K. I was tight. I went downstairs to go get my shit.
Early.
I seat my shit. I'm like, that's my shit. The RA is like, nah, I can't give you your shit. I'm like, bro, give me my shit. He's like, no, I can't give you your shit. He was doing too much. That's all I'm gonna say to the people. And I wasn't feeling that shit. And ultimately, he called the police. And that's how that
I swear it was like 4:30. You had 30 minutes to wait. I swear you had like 30 minutes to wait because the RA only comes down like 30 minutes.
The moral of the story is don't take 2K seriously, kids. Don't take it too seriously, even if your friends talk shit.
That was around the first time I started smoking weed too.
The first time you smoked weed was at Daytona Beach, right?
That was the day before.
Oh yeah, I remember I snuck into the room. We were supposed to be off campus.
Yeah.
We still
stashed
there. Out in the room.
Remember Stephanie came
like, fuck,
through?
nobody in the building.
And we made Stephanie buy us food. Made Stephanie buy us Chinese food. She came through with the Chinese food, fed us.
Bro. I was eating Chinese food. We was eating Chinese. Let's talk about how far niggas came.
Remember her face though?
Oh, she got.
That's when that was my first time getting high. That was my first time getting high though. You gotta understand, like that is something that is like.
Her face is melted.
But that was
she had a lot.
Seizure.
Yeah.
She had a seizure on one side of her face was droopy. But the funny thing is, that wasn't my first time getting high. That was my first time smoking weed. Remember, we ate the weed brownies. We bought them joints from the football dude off campus.
Cookies. Them shit that.
Boy, I was.
So you was looking like bugging, like.
Yeah, I was bugging, but I was cool.
But you knew that she was like.
This is my first time smoking weed, so this is kind of.
She was like.
Nah, I was rolling. I was laughing in her face.
We smoked the backwards.
Which one?
True story.
True story. I was laughing in her face, even though she had a seizure.
I can't take
because I was high for the first time, so I didn't necessarily. I couldn't control the laugh. I remember like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with your face? like, you alright? Like, why are you looking at me like that?
Like, you didn't look like this yesterday. Nah, I'm not tweaking. I'm not bugging. Yo, I'm bugging. Yeah, niggas, the chairs giving out.
But we got through it though. I remember like you know respecting it at first, and respecting after a while. Like, all right, let me just.
I'm bugging a little bit.
Yeah, I'm bugging. Like I shouldn't be laughing, but I was high, so I didn't even know that I was breaking. You know what I'm saying? Like overstepping the boundaries.
Laughing in actually her face, like.
And laughing in her at her.
Laugh in your mind, not laughing actually in the person's face.
But you ain't know though, so it didn't matter. Like it don't count. It don't count.
It definitely
mad
counts.
close to the bitch's face, like. Dude, like, how? Damn, bitch.
Yo, like, what is wrong with you? Like, I was literally like, fix your face. Why you looking at me like that?
Why? What did I do?
And, you know, but that was the first time. And then when we went to Daytona, I got zooted, like. Because we just smoked one blunt of rags the first time. And then, remember I bought a Nick from Star. And we're like, okay, roll this.
Yo.
I try to roll it at first and I mess it up. You was like, I ain't smoking that. Like, I ain't smoking that. But then I needed you to roll it, so you ended up smoking with me because you rolled it.
It's like, you really gonna get high? He's like he's another nigga that's like Marquise. He said, nah, I'm gonna smoke this green first. I'm not gonna get too high.
Nah, I ain't even know. No, I didn't know.
I'm like, quick.
I didn't know.
I'm looking at
that wasn't the thing. I didn't know, bro. I didn't know. I just bought weed from the only nigga I knew who had weed. Because we used to always be there. We used to always go to Zaywood.
That was the first time we got on a plane?
Yo.
That was the first time we got on the plane.
I think that was the reason why you smoked, though, for some reason. I think
that wasn't my first time I got on the plane.
I'm about to say. For some reason, it was a random reason why you decided to get high, though.
I probably had it. I think it was something with Ari.
It had some
I think it was because Ari had an abortion.
Oh, shit. I didn't even remember that.
I think that was the reason.
It's like, fuck it.
I think it was on some, like,
Nigga
something with Ari. Maybe it was something. I think it was something with her, like, something. You know, like, I feel like it was something with Ari. Like, I was trying to, I was mad at Ari getting over something.
Like, fuck, I'm smoking
something crazy with Ari.
Look.
Type. I think that was like, I don't know. I think it was. It had to be. But yeah. Then in Daytona, I got stupid zooty. Like, I remember taking like 3 shots of Patron on some dummy, on like empty stomach, and we waked and baked. And remember, I started throwing up crazy.
This shit was like a music video. We were on the boardwalk at 1 in the afternoon, and Quindell is running from arcade to a bar to little venue on the boardwalk, throwing up and shitting in every bathroom.
Every zone. Like, my stomach was on some other...
Twisted mode.
Throwing up and shit in every bathroom. Shit was hilarious.
But then when I got sober, though, I got the Jones, though. When I got sober.
Niggas, alright, I'm good.
When I sobered up, I got the Jones.
Yo, I ain't going front, though. Florida, y'all gotta chill with that racist shit.
Yeah, that Confederate
Slow
flag
up with
shit.
that. It's not the Confederate flag shit. Y'all did some racist shit to me and the homies when we was out there. It's not lit.
Yeah, they violated me when they threw that. Hit me with that cup, son.
If you gonna do racist shit, at least stand up like a man.
Yeah, they dipped off, too.
Niggas threw a cup out the car and then drove off. That's whole shit. When we was at Daytona Beach, Florida.
That was the same day I was smacked, too. So I was not even fully...
Shouts out to all the road niggas in Daytona Beach that's fighting that bullshit, faggot shit. You know they out there. You gotta keep thugging.
Facts. So that was, we had a lot of good memories, huh? And there's more to come. Even past few years, we still do a lot of legendary things. So this is K, aka Killer, aka Kamoni. And I wanted y'all to get a taste of what my life was like in college from a primary source. From someone who's a primary source. Someone who probably seen me at the best and the worst. You see me wild out. So that's a little bit of the Jungle Boys. That was our clique that we had, that we wanted to, we wanted to revolutionize the campus. We did collaborative projects such as Void of Chake, where we allowed each other to express ourselves through this avenue. I was on FSA at the time, Fashion Student Association. So
let's talk about how Quindell won every pageant in the school.
Everyone.
For all the years, except for C. I think you decided you're not doing this shit no more senior year, something like that.
I went out thugging.
You won? Yeah, you went out on the win.
I went out. Now I went out. That's what scarred my legacy. It was the scam.
Oh.
It was a scam. So I did I shouldn't have did the.
That's how you tell we would get high already by that time. We didn't give a fuck.
They scarred my legacy. I would have went undefeated. I'm gonna throw shots because it's like I'm tight. It's like because my legacy. I can't. Yeah.
Speak on it.
So it was the Delta pageant, the Cutie Pie pageant in Buffalo.
That was off campus, right?
That was
That's
off
why
camp.
I wasn't there. I don't think.
Off camp, yeah, it was off camp, and it was my last pageant. So I'm expecting to go out. I'm undefeated. And anything I ever lost, I went back and got. Homecoming King lost 1 year, came back and got. Remember the fashion trendsetter John lost 1 year, came back and got. You feel me? So it's like LeBron. I'm saying like I went to the finals every year type vibe.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
a fact.
And if I lose, I'm coming back next year and I'm getting it. So, but the last year, my last pageant, the Delta throw the cutie pie joint. They know Quindale, you do everything, come take ours. Easy bomb. So I go flawless every round. You know, question round, talent round, intro round. I'm flawless. Like everybody in the crowd going crazy. You feel me? This when I just started singing, because I used to dance during the talent, during the joints. Sometimes to dance, to stand up comedy. You know, I do whatever during the talent joint. So that's when I just started coming out singing. I started singing on the homecoming joint. And I did that I Need a Dollar joint. I took it home for the homecoming
We
king.
performed I Need a Dollar, Aloe Black, me, him, and Marquise in front of the school. Somebody has that video. That's
Somebody got that somewhere. So
performed that shit in front of the school in the auditorium with like this
That
shit
was-
fire.
that was the first song I sang live for niggas. But that's when I made K cry with the You Make Me Smile joint.
Yeah.
Show him that joint, he was like, yo, bro, real nigga
Song
shed a
fucked me
tear.
up. Shouts out to Aloe Black. For real. We need some new Aloe Black music, bro. You need to lock back in.
So
I know
yeah, Aloe
I
Black
know
probably
you do.
changed niggas' lives on the low.
Aloe Black, Daft Punk, and Lil B.
Lil B,
Aloe Black, Daft Punk,
Yeah.
Lil B at that time.
And Vampire
And Kid
Weekend.
Cudi.
yeah, Kid Cudi, Vampire Weekend.
Vampire Weekend, Justice, Do Your Dance.
Like, word. That was it. Like that was the playlist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the playlist. But
Vampire Weekend, what
Delta
happened
Delta's
to Vampire?
ruined my legacy, bro. Because I went flawless every round, and literally there was 3 rounds. The first round I got the highest score. The second round I got the highest score. Third round I got the lowest score.
They hated on you.
Talent,
What
because
round
they
was
did the tally. You know how they tally up before the
That's
they
a skip. How
deliberate.
can you get a 0 on talent? Only because if you get that 1 point, you're going to win.
They had to. They knew if I would have got 1, it was over. So they had to give me the lowest score for me to lose.
Exactly. Yeah.
I checked the scorecard. 'Cause I'm like, hold on, like.
Oh, Lord, it's talented.
You know, like after the joint, like you know, like but during the deliberation, I every round I'm backstage during deliberation since it's over and they're gonna announce the winner. Now I get to sit in the crowd. So in the crowd, everybody like, yo, you got this. Everybody, like the whole crowd, you got this, bro. You killed it. You everybody, big bro. Everybody there is like, yo, you got it, bro. Your question, all your answers was the best. The first round, the intro was the best. Your talent was the best. Every round. And the funny thing is, I'm a Phi Beta Sigma, so my sister sorority is Zeta Phi Beta. There was no Zeta Phi Beta judge. So it was like, it was just a
They
Delta.
hated
Yeah,
y'all.
it was just a Delta, AKA and a Sigma Gamma Rho. And the AKA in her eyes, she had the look. She was the one. She had the look like, you lost. You know you fucked up. Like, you know-
Quiet. Quiet. My man, that's my boyfriend.
So they
He about
scarred
to
my,
win.
they scarred my legacy, son.
Oh,
It scarred the legacy, but nobody knows that because that was off campus anyway. That was off campus. That's nobody could talk about that. Everybody who remembers when they'll know that he was that guy.
The buff state, yeah.
With any pageant, any
Oh,
competition.
oh,
Remember dance hall competition, African American Student Organization, Mr. Mahogany. I won dance hall competition twice. The only dude to do it 2 years in a row in bust their history. Like before that,
Came back
Put
with fresh
numbers up.
moves, fresh shit.
if anybody
For
ever
the second year,
if anybody ever did it after me, I was the only dude who ever won it twice. I was the first dude who ever won it twice.
Okay,
Somebody
so
probably did it
history.
after. Yeah, I made history crazy. You feel me? Trendsetter, like homecoming king. Come on, big bro. Like people knew like yo, Quindale competing's over for you. Like so.
I got the movie role for you, bro. It's
So like
lit.
I was literally the dude on campy like wilding. You feel me? So college was fun in that vibe because
Shout
I
out
love
to
to be on the
Birchfield
stage.
Penny.
type.
They had a Rothko in there at one point
type.
when we was in college. That was a good experience.
Or college was lit.
Rotho.
Rothko painting.
Oh, very good.
Shit was sweet.
But by the time we left,
And red and orange. yeah.
by the time we
Orange
left, Buff
stuff.
State,
That big?
We gonna be crazy.
Nah,
man.
niggas should have
By the
stole
time we
that
left-
shit,
Italian
bro.
job.
Buff State put Stack
Italian
The
job,
student-
lobster.
apartment complex That's what the acronym is, stack. And
I
and
moved
that
into
kind
that
of
shit when it opened, yeah.
that kind of segregated the campus OD and slowed things down a lot to the point where now Buffalo State even have more dorms, and it's very slowed down because
Y'all
everyone
did
is
all
separate.
4 years, right?
Hmm?
Y'all did all 4 years up there, right?
I mean,
I went there for
2.
3 years, 4 years. I went there for 4 years, but I only was there for, I guess it's 2 semesters every year. I was only there for 6 semesters. So I was only there for 3 years worth of school, but I was there.
Okay.
I did 5.5.
Just up there type shit.
I was up there straight 5.5 school. I got my
In
degree.
class every
yeah,
day.
fifth, on my 5.5.
Complete shit.
You know, because after drugs, like he said, after drugs, like I never failed a class before, but after weed and pills, it's like being high in class is different. It's like, you know, like school is easy, like work is easy if you want to do it, but when you high, you don't want to do it. So
It's not
just,
about being high and not wanting to do it though. It's just ultimately, if you
much.
feel like college is not worth it, you're not gonna apply yourself to graduating from college.
Right.
And
Yeah,
that's
when
just
you
the
high, you
reality.
question things, and
Yeah.
that's what it is.
If
So
you
like,
want to do something, you're gonna do it. If you don't, you're not gonna do it. If your mind is on doing something else, you're gonna do that other thing. Unless you like mentally trapped, which is unhealthy.
well, that's probably where I was at. You know, I remember like just being student teaching, and I was just like so high while I was in these schools. You know, I'm sure I smelled like weed because it was like I didn't think about none of that. You know, like didn't think about none of that. And I remember being inside the schools, and one time a weed bag dropped out in class, and one of the kids looked and all that.
Classroom.
Doosh, slow motion. Doosh.
But there was no other faculty nearby, so I was good. But
God.
It's no faculty. Nigga said it's no faculty.
But like those were the detriments of doing drugs in school, and like you know you're not really in it all the way. You know, you're not in it all the way because I beginning to enjoy. I really was getting to enjoy the performing aspect. That's when the performing Quindell was becoming more important than the school Quindell. You know, and like it was more about like I just wanted to. I always enjoyed the performances freshman year, but then I realized like the school. I don't know. You know, I don't know, son. I think it's just you gotta be on point when it comes to doing drugs and to being responsible.
Yes, and it's hard to do that when you're young.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it when you're old too. But ultimately, like I said, it comes down to what you want to do in life. Really. College is not for everybody. College is a great experience though. It's a lot of things to learn from college.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I did it though. I kind of graduated. I finished my courses, but my last semester, since it was the 5.5 year, we only get 5 years of financial aid. That last semester was out of pocket, so I never paid them off, so I ain't never see my degree.
You see the hating shit they do? That's why they didn't give a fuck, because they do hating shit like that. That type of shit. It's like, bro, fuck that shit. Ultimately, I know that I learned what I needed to learn from this experience. Fuck y'all niggas. And I'm not paying y'all.
The financial aid building was called Moot Hall. I remember he was coming back to school like, yo, we gotta blow Moot up. We gotta bomb Moot.
We gotta bomb this hall. If we do that, then all the records will be gone.
Like, bomb Moot. Let's get.
Shouts out to the
It's
hackers.
free
Shouts
everyone.
out to the hackers.
But yeah, so definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. You feel me? Thumbs up this, 5-star this, rate it, show some love. I'm Quindell Evans, bluepoetry.com. Tell them where they can find you at, and if you have any upcoming thing or any upcoming thing or project you would allow them to be a part of.
It's Killer K, man, and you can find me on Instagram as Kamoni, as well as on Twitter as Kamoni_11. Motherfucking, it's T.A.R season, really. That's what it's really about, bro. That's the only thing I can really say about that shit. Go to T.A.R11 on Instagram and look out for T.A.R11.com in 2019.
If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. You feel me, them? Let's go.
Drink some fucking water. Proper water.